Hi guys, my name is Matt. It has been a while since I've been here, so let's jump straight in to episode 13 of Hazard Cinema's Battlefield 4 Top 5 Plays. So kicking us off in 5th place today on Operation Mortar on the Naval Strike DLC, we have Maxa33 with this pretty impressive long distance small kill. Check this out. That is truly a 1 in a million shot. I don't think I'd ever quite be able to pull off a shot like that. Now after celebrating with his teammate for a little while, he still has one last trick up his sleeve. A second chopper decides to come in for a close low flyby, but today just isn't going to be his day. Pulling off those very fast moving close kills can be pretty difficult, so a very impressive way to round off the clip. Now coming into 4th place this week on Operation Metro, we have a personal favourite clip of mine sent in by Damar. This is definitely a dog tag collector's wet dream. Check this out. Look how many players are unaware. Now let's do a little count here. That's 1, 2, down goes the engineer. Some nice little premium dog tags there. They are still completely unaware of his presence, of course. Using the knife means you don't appear on the minimap, so you can stay nice and stealth. That's 4 players. The 5th one just tries to get away. Down goes the 5th guy, and can we get our final 6th kill of the day? Boom, before unfortunately he finally gets taken out. A nice little 6 kill streak there. So now moving on to the podium positions for this week's top plays. In 3rd place, collecting his bronze medal, we have the Heartless one, and we are back on Operation Metro. Using the MG4, a personal favourite of the LMGs for me, he's about to go on an absolute wrecking spree. One of the great things about Operation Metro is the ability to get behind enemy players, and if you are playing against some pretty stupid enemies, you can get a very impressive back rush. As you can see, these guys just aren't aware of his presence, and even when they do realise he's there and there's enemies spawning all around him, they just don't stand the chance, even against his secondary weapon. Probably one of the best back rush clips I've ever seen. But of course, all good things must come to an end, and eventually he does get taken down. A very impressive clip. Now moving on to 2nd place, collecting the silver medal on the Hazard Cinema's trophy board this week, we have Force Ultra, playing a little bit of rogue transmission in a tank. A nice little bit of armor gameplay for this week's top 5 plays. Now after taking out that chopper, he still has some more anti-aircraft maneuvers in the bag. He sees this jet coming in, boom, he's using this thing just like an anti-aircraft vehicle. This is some pretty impressive play. Now with the power of YouTube editing, we're now going to fast forward this clip just a little bit because he goes on without being detected or attacked for some more time, which isn't surprising. I can't think of any players who would want to take him on in this tank, apart from one little guy who does seem maybe a little bit too brave, heading straight towards a tank on his quad bike, and as you can expect, it didn't go quite to plan. Now eventually we do have ourselves a worthy adversary. An enemy tank decides to peek his head over the hill, but this guy is going to make very short work of him. After one direct hit, the tank stupidly decides to bring all of his body and armor over the hill to take another sweet shot, and boom, he gets taken out. But finally, we have one last anti-aircraft maneuver in our pocket. In comes a aeroplane who clearly hasn't learned his lesson from last time. Boom, out he goes. A very, very cool clip there. So moving on to 1st place this week and claiming the gold prize for the Hazard Cinema top 5 plays, we have Flavor, or Flavor. I hope I am pronouncing that correct. And we are back on the Naval Strike DLC on the map Operation Mortar, proving to be a very popular map. Now this is a little bit of Scout Chopper gameplay. Now Scout Chopper gameplay is impressive enough as it is. There are so many anti-aircraft weapons and vehicles in Battlefield 4 that merely staying in the air for more than a minute is still very impressive. Not only going against the very overpowered attack boats and some very impressive maneuvers flying it through the submarine pen. So overall, this gameplay is definitely wowing me. Now, after taking out some infantry, some aircraft and some vehicles, we also take out some attack boats. Now as I said, those things do seem pretty overpowered in Battlefield 4, so taking them out on a map where they have such dominance, such space to move and attack is very, very impressive. Watching him fly in and out of this submarine pen does give me strong nostalgia of Davidan Peak from Battlefield 3. Watching those pilots fly backwards and forwards through that tunnel was very, very cool. So to see it happen on this map, under attack from choppers, infantry soldiers and of course attack boats, is pretty cool to watch. The Naval Strike DLC has probably got to be one of the most impressive we've seen in Battlefield 4 so far. I mean, looking at the graphics on this map, it is just beautiful. So hopefully with the Dragon's Teeth DLC just around the corner, we should hopefully see some pretty new cool maps in addition to the ones we already have. And of course after that we still have Last Stand, so hopefully there is still a lot of life left yet in Battlefield 4. Now as you can see, Flavor is still absolutely wrecking Scrubs. This clip goes on and on and on. This is nearly an entire match going flawlessly, so this is some very impressive piloting skills. Now whilst this #1 spot clip finishes off, I'm going to tell you guys how you can submit your clips to Hazard Cinema, so if you think you've got what it takes to be in the top 5 or maybe even the #1 clip, all you have to do is upload your clips to YouTube and then submit them to bf4@hazardcinema.co.uk. Now of course, if you are using Sony Vegas, making sure your clips do have resample disabled, otherwise your clips could look pretty messy, and of course we don't want any writing or music over the clips, and hopefully if you're impressive enough, you could make it into the top 5 and maybe the #1 clip. Now if you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to hit like and leave all your thoughts and comments below. Which of the clips did you prefer the most today? And of course, if you do enjoy Battlefield 4 content and Battlefield Hardline content, don't forget to check out my channel in the description below. I am running a massive Battlefield Hardline giveaway over on my channel, so if you want a chance to win a copy of that game, don't forget to check out the link in the description below. But of course, if you did enjoy this video, a thumbs up is massively appreciated. But in the meantime guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.